what a way to start off 2024 with doing a Highland home in the framing stage. And I found this one. This is going to be a nice home. It's in the framing stage, almost a sheetrock stage. And what we could do is we could basically see through the walls. And you guys are going to love Highland homes. So Highland Homes, we're in Meridiana again. One of my favorite places. If you guys don't know what Meridiana is or where it is, look me up and I'll help you out. I'll show you this place. It's amazing. So let's go inside Highland Homes. But look at this span right here they have. That beam is massive. And they got hangers on every single joist. So I've talked about these, that material. It's a laminate. You'll see the big, it's kind of orange in color. But what they do is they have multiple pieces, strands of wood, and they glue it and compress it really, really hard. Cascade is a brand name, but I think I see a brand name on there called Watershed. Anyway, there's a couple of different manufacturers that make those. But anytime you see one of those in a builder, that's going to be nice. It's like probably 18 inches to 2 feet. And of course, you'll see anytime you have two of them, or actually three, 1, 2, 3, you'll know that there's going to be a major load bearing. We'll follow that. And you're going to have at least 3. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming down to the slab, and then it's strapped. I like Highland, they put a lot of straps on the exterior. Lots of straps. They already got the moisture barrier, the windows in. Looks like they're just about ready to sheetrock. But as you guys know how much I love shear walls, and also the fact that you'll notice that there's OSB all the way around the outside of the house. But they have many shear walls here. They're anchored. Corner anchors, bolted and sealed, and then they shoot nails into it. And then that's going to go all the way up to the roof line. So this whole wall, even though it has a door, it's still a shear wall. See, we're still in the shear wall. They shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, and an anchor. Love it. So more OSB on the exterior. I'm telling you, Highland probably buys all the OSB in town. Major load bearing, there's 4. So we're going to see, looks like only 2. But that's all we need because the load's coming down. We got to have at least 2 that way. That goes over here. Yeah, so then you have 2 right here. So this is load bearing right here. Not so much that one. That just gives you a place to hang your sheetrock, and it separates the wall from one side to another. And periodically you'll see these, what they call all threads, but they're bolts. They basically drill a hole, put the all thread in to the slab, and then they bolt that exterior down. Nice. And we're going to see an anchor over here. No, we don't, but it is shot. Shot, and then you'll see the anchor right there. Perfect. And there's probably an anchor on the other side. Yep. Right back there. Very good. So here's another interior shear wall. They shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. They'll have an anchor. They'll have another anchor over there. And look, that shear wall connects and it goes all the way up to the roof line. Very good. Guys, yeah, as you can tell, I get real happy when I walk through a Highland home. They are my favorite builder. They're up there with some of the top of the line builders. And they just, I love how they overbuild, over-engineer their houses. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let me spin you back around. Okay, so that's that same shear wall. We're back in the kitchen. It's going to be your island and kind of another attached island, but that's going to be your dishwasher and your sink and your plumbing. Use the PEX. Good stuff. Hot and cold. And nail guards, we've always talked about those. You got to have nail guards, whether it's any plumbing, electrical, gas line. Here's your gas line for your oven. But what they'll do is they'll pressurize the entire system with air or nitrogen through there, and then they'll monitor that pressure for weeks at a time. And then if the pressure goes down at any point during that time, they know they got a leak and they got to fix it somewhere in the gas line. Yeah, gas leak would not be good. So they got a nice nail guard here on the other side of that shear wall, and you can tell it still goes all the way up. Super good. And I'll show you, there's by code, it's what's called a nail schedule. Schedule meaning they have to have a nail in every certain amount of distances. And when you get your third-party framing inspection, if they're good, if your inspector's good, he'll check all these to make sure that they're spaced accordingly. Otherwise, that shear wall won't work like it's intended. Yep, so again, anytime they nail it, it's got to be so many distances, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches apart. Here is your 3-car garage. And again, more shear walls. Even though it's exterior to the garage, it's still interior to the perimeter of the house. That makes sense, right? I hope. Anyway, that's another shear wall. And see, they'll anchor it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. And you're going to have another anchor over here. Anchor right there. And it goes up to the roof line. So I don't know how many, let me spin you around. Yeah, so I lost count of the amount of shear walls that this Highland home has inside. But like I said, they're going to buy up all the oriented strand board in town as much as they use in these houses. And that's a good thing. That's one reason I love Highland Homes. All right, let me spin you back around. But if you guys watch my other videos, I like to start with in the garage. And for one very good reason is there's so much space here and so many spans without columns. The older homes that made a 3-car garage, they would have a column sitting right there, which would just get in your way. So nowadays, these builders are having these manufactured beams, like we talked about, and they compress them. They're super, super strong. Sometimes they put 2, 3, whatever together, and then they'll be able to make that span without having any columns. And they'll drop all those, and all that is supporting that beam. And it goes right down to the slab. Very neat, very clean. That's your tankless water heater. I think a lot of people are putting tankless in, and I like them that they're in the garage, they're not up in the attic. So that's very, very good. Tankless water heater will sit right there. There's your exhaust. There's your gas line for your water heater. And there's your electrical box. Big nail guard up there, big nail guard there. That's good, very good. So they don't put nails in the electrical or that electrical when they go to hang their sheetrock. Your house ground or earth ground, and you probably wonder why they call it earth ground. Well, that rebar sticks way in the ground to make it a ground, and then they wire it, they clamp it, they use these wires, and it goes right up to the breaker box. And they'll run that wire like to a water line or a gas line. Yeah, so there it goes out there, so it's going out to the gas line, and they'll clamp it off. But you got to have access to where those clamps are. That's why they didn't put a clamp on this side, so it's clamped over there. Pretty smart. Yeah, so this one has an access panel where you can check that clamp. So that's a home maintenance tip for you. Right now, after watching this video, you're going to say, yeah, that's a good builder, and I want James Potenza to help me find a Highland home in the Houston area. So yeah, James Potenza, you're a Houston new home realtor. Look me up and I'll help you out anywhere in Houston, new construction, whether you're relocating or just moving across town. Let me be your guide to the best home builders and neighborhoods. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.